Welcome to the Back to Me podcast, where we help multicultural incoming freshman women and men manage their entire college experience throughout post-graduation to successfully transition into entrepreneurship and corporate workspaces as new hires.
Back to me. Oh, I turned it around. I'm back to me. I finally figured it out. I'm back to me. So when you think you have nothing, back to me. I go back to me. Yeah, I'm back to me.
According to a nationwide survey conducted by Timely Care last year, 55% of college students said their mental health was their top stressor, followed by 40% saying their stressor was related to their physical health, while 32% said their stressor was due to their finances and paying off student loans. Last week on our podcast with Reverend Arlene Hilton, we experienced a washing away meditation that focused on the need to let go in order to prosper. But how do you let go when some of you are so consumed by the demands of college and in desperate need of mental health support to help you navigate through it all? I personally believe everything and anything starts with you and your internal mindset. As the year gets off to a great start of reflection, I wanted to offer you 5 ways to develop an invincible mindset. I created this podcast with the intention of finding ways to help you focus on the power of self at all times and in every situation. Now, no one said this journey would be easy, but it's certainly manageable if you have the right tools. Your mindset, it's your greatest asset. How you feel about yourself and your abilities has a direct correlation with how others will feel about you and your abilities. The popular phrase, teach people how to treat you, is more relevant today than ever before. As today's demands grow and change, and you find yourself being pulled by so many people's opinions, it's important to establish your own. Identifying what works for you makes you invincible, and therefore not easily swayed or taken off course. Once you establish a strong mindset about various issues, it becomes easier to stand in your power and speak up for yourself and for what you truly need. So let's get into these 5 tips to help you develop your invincible mindset. Number 1, honor yourself. Can we finally, once and for all, define what it means to be selfish? We live in a society that spends so much time trying to tell us how we should feel and what we should do, instead of asking us how we really feel and what we actually want to do. Everything starts with us, and these violations of self-empowerment will happen almost daily if you let it. Therefore, it's important to initially take the time to just breathe and ask yourself, how do I feel? What do I need right now? And wait for the internal response to emerge. Once you realize how you truly feel in any given situation, begin there. By allowing yourself to be expressed, one of 2 things will happen. Either your opinion will be heard and appreciated, or it will be challenged and redirected. Now, when you identify like-minded people that truly want to help you, a challenge with some redirection is fine, but a challenge that only serves the purpose of fulfilling the wishes of others will never serve your best interest. Therefore, being selfish starts with you expressing how you feel at every turn. The people that truly have your best interests at heart will gladly listen to your needs, help you reach the goals that you have set for yourself, and allow you to discover through life's experience what works for you and what doesn't. These people give you the space to learn, fail, and try again without judging you for your actions. It's your genuine and sincere effort that counts. So make sure you listen to those you trust, but more importantly, learn how to trust yourself. So when we look at the selfish words that actually do exist in the dictionary, we find that self-management requires you to listen before you react with emotion. Self-discipline implores you to develop a fulfilling routine that will help you stay on track. Self-worth will remind you that you've always been good enough. Self-empowerment will call you out and dare you to take control of your destiny, while self-respect will expect you to confidently express who you are with honor and integrity. I'd say the act of being more selfish is what's missing in our society today. Number 2, stop entertaining negative thoughts. Easier said than done, right? I know. But try to be kind to yourself. Negative thoughts run through all of our minds at different times. It's normal to experience fear and doubt. If you're not worried about something in your life, then you're not breathing, right? So accept negative thoughts as a normal part of life, but learn how to develop coping skills that will help calm the mental effects they might have on you on a daily basis. For years, many have followed the Freudian idea, which suggests that we not suppress negative thoughts or ignore them, but tackle them head on so the remnants of them will likely disappear. Well, researchers at the Medical Research Council Cognition and Brain Sciences Unit at the University of Cambridge found that actually suppressing negative thoughts lessened their recall and even improved a person's mental health. To help people survive through the pandemic, the research experiment asked volunteers to write down 20 of their negative fears and worries, 20 of their positive hopes and dreams, and then 36 of their other mundane, neutral events that came to mind. After 3 days, and then again after 3 months of rating the events based on the likelihood of them actually happening or causing emotional duress, the volunteers discovered that they actually felt better. The process of writing down all the possibilities and comparing them to reality caused their mental health to improve. What an amazing gift these people were able to give themselves. I challenge you to take the time to do this experiment and see how you feel after 3 days, and do it again after 3 months. I'll leave the article and experiment in the episode notes so you can follow it as directed. Do you see the power of writing down your thoughts? It is a form of suppression because you're not addressing the issue or trying to solve it right away. You're just recording it. With time, the answers will be revealed and the emotional relief you seek will happen if you allow it. I would also encourage you to practice using affirmations in the morning to help you set a clear intention for your day. I find that when I'm able to focus on my intention, I'm able to get a lot more done, regardless of the negative thoughts that try to steal my day. Another one of our powerful podcast guests, Tish Norman, suggested the I Am Affirmation app. I'll also leave a link to this app for you in the episode notes. So don't get alarmed when negative thoughts try to creep in. They're only there to serve as a distraction. You are already fortunate. And when you feel discouraged, immediately stop and give thanks for the life, the people, and the things you already have. Consider how you overcame the last negative thought. Write it down and keep moving. Number 3, release the victim mentality. We have to be careful that we're not showing up with a martyr complex. Yes, life can throw you into some unbelievable situations, but how you handle them determines how healthy you really are. Do you assume the world is against you? Do you believe that only bad things happen to you? Well, you're not alone. Many people feel this way, but it's important to stop and take inventory of what's actually happening around you before you prematurely decide that someone is intentionally trying to hurt you. Oftentimes, people around us are too focused on their own issues to actually have the time to intentionally target you. However, there are those who may be threatened by your success and secretly wish to see you fail. Unfortunately, this happens too often as a result of the human condition. But their lack of self-fulfillment does not have to change or stop the path that you're on. So before you allow anyone to make you feel powerless, consider what they may be going through in their life. Wish them well on their journey and continue to live the life of your dreams. There's no need to blame anyone. In fact, by living the life of your dreams, you are actually serving as an example to the person who may be jealous or threatened by you. Don't be surprised if the same person asks how you were able to accomplish your goals or do what you've done. Be open to help them if you can. Or you may just want to pass on a motto or a personal mantra that you tell yourself that keeps you moving forward. However you choose to help, remember to make it brief and move on. You don't want anyone to distract you from the successful path that you're on. Number 4, accept responsibility. We all make mistakes from time to time. We're human and no one is perfect. A person with an invincible mindset knows this and does not hesitate to acknowledge their mistakes. The key is to acknowledge your mistake without passing blame onto someone else. Just focus on your responsibility in the scenario, and your acknowledgement will be readily received. Too often, we want to justify our actions instead of just accepting responsibility. When you do accept responsibility, you also earn the respect of the person you're talking to, and they may be more willing to offer you feedback. But if you include blame, you cancel the acknowledgement. So choose to be respected, and you will be considered reliable in the future. You will also experience the opportunity to grow. So embrace your mistakes and be willing to learn from them. Not only will you be respected, but you will be remembered for honoring your integrity. At the end of the day, your integrity and your word is all you have. So be mindful of their importance. And number 5, maintain your inner joy. If that means you will need to learn how to meditate, I encourage you to do so. It is one of the best ways to settle your mind and your body with stillness. Sure, hundreds of thousands of thoughts will flood your mind, but as you begin to focus on your breathing, many of those thoughts will dissipate, and you'll find yourself engrossed in the awesome wonder of how your body is able to operate without any effort on your part. I believe it's God's way of letting you know that all is well. You are okay. Whatever you're going through will pass. Just trust me. If you don't believe in a higher power, then you certainly know that the consistent pulse of your heart is beating without your help. So focus on that and watch how calm you'll start to feel. Do this every morning if you can. It will help you learn how to be more aware of your body and its desire to support you throughout your day. Create a list of people, places, and things that bring you joy. If you have time in the morning, pick 1 or 2 of those things that you like to do from the list and add them to the calendar. No excuses, just add them and make them a priority. It can be as small as scheduling a lunch date with a friend or an end-of-the-day call to wind down, laugh, and just enjoy each other's company. If you can find joy in every day you are given, you are miles ahead of so many who struggle to appreciate what this life has to offer. Embrace the day, your journey, and all the people who make your life worthwhile. Do this, and you'll have no time for the petty interruptions that will enter your life. Develop a spirit of acceptance for what you cannot change and focus on what you can. Most mornings, I listen to the Law of Least Effort Meditation by Deepak Chopra from his 21-day Abundance Meditation Challenge on YouTube. I'll leave it for you in the notes as well. Developing an invincible mindset requires practice, but it is easily attainable if you believe in the power of your mind and its ability to transport you to your greatest self. I certainly hope these 5 tips will guide you and remind you of how amazingly invincible you already are. If you're listening for the first time and you are not familiar with me or our podcast, please go to our website for more information to listen to our previous episodes. Learning from our experts will save you some time and help you build a strong future you can be proud of. As always, thank you to those who continue to support our podcast. We are grateful for you, your support, and your many suggestions for new topics. Tune in next month and we'll talk about the power of love. I will have more tips to help bring you closer to recognizing it for what it truly means. So stay tuned. And for my final words of encouragement, I challenge you to identify what joy really means to you and bring it into your life every day. Your example of self-fulfillment is needed now more than ever. Blessings, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Embrace your invincible mindset and serve as an example to others around you. For more information about other episodes, remember to subscribe to the Back to Me podcast, College and Beyond. I'm your host, Yoli Tamu. Leave a review at the end of this podcast, and if you would like to learn more about other special events, join the Back to Me podcast Facebook group, or simply text Back to Me to 833-206-4565. Until next time, be well.